Staying sober is effortless for me, but it wasn't always this easy. After multiple failed attempts, I needed to get to the root cause of why I couldn't quit. Every time I tried to stop, I failed because of one of these things. If you don't avoid them, I promise you, your path will be 10 times harder. In this video, I will be covering what you must avoid if you want to quit drinking. I'll also tell you how you can easily avoid them. If you're thinking this is some cookie cutter mainstream advice like not going to the pub or not keeping wine in your fridge, then you couldn't be more wrong. What I'm about to share with you might be controversial and counterintuitive, but this is why most people fail to quit. Because they follow the conventional mainstream advice. Follow this and I promise you, your path will be 10 times easier. Quick introduction, my name's Ben. I'm over 4 years sober. I've made over 100 videos about quitting alcohol. I'm giving you free access to my Get Sober video course, link is in description. The first point I'm going to share with you isn't something that you must avoid doing, but rather something that you should do to give yourself the best chance of quitting. When I quit drinking, instead of telling my friends and family personally, I made a public announcement. The day I decided to quit, I told my friend and he just looked at me as if like, yeah, I've heard that a million times before. Bob Proctor once said, accountability is the glue that ties the commitment to the result. Being accountable to someone keeps your eye on the prize. I posted on Facebook at the time with something along the lines of, that's it, I quit. No more drugs or alcohol for me, I'm done. The rest is history. Let's be honest, being a man of your word in a society full of lies is one of the most valuable traits you can own. There's no better way than making people believe in you than following through with what you say. What gives you more reason to stick to your decision to quit alcohol than by telling the world? This one isn't compulsory, and I understand that you might have told people before and let them down. I did this multiple times, but I promise you, combine this with the other points I'm about to share with you, and your path will be 10 times easier. Also, let me know in the comment section below, what is your longest sober streak? You must not forget why you're doing this. As humans, we're either running away from pain or we're running towards pleasure. Sadly, when we quit alcohol, it's because we're in pain and that outweighs the pain of change. When we drink alcohol, the day after, we have a hangover. We swear we're never gonna drink again. Friday comes along, the hangover's gone, and it's all forgotten, and the vicious cycle repeats itself. We do it with food. We eat clean, then we eat dirty, it messes with our guts, irritates our skin, and then we remember why we quit in the first place. Drinking is the same, but it's much sneakier. Within the first week, you'll start to feel full of energy and excited for life. But much like myself, with my first attempt being 10 weeks before I drank again, I got to the point where I felt so good, I'd forgotten why I'd quit in the first place. Then I ended up with a drink in my hand. For you, it might be that your wife has threatened to leave you. So you thought, okay, Ben, I better stop drinking. My wife's gonna leave me. So you stop drinking. But now things are going good again and she's off your case. So you start drinking again. Do you see where I'm going with this? The key takeaway for this point is, don't forget the pain. Now, I'm not saying remind yourself every day of how bad you felt. But what I would suggest is filming yourself on your phone, telling yourself how bad you felt when you decided to quit alcohol. Next time you're in doubt and you get complacent, pull your phone out, watch the video. I promise you this will be a powerful reminder and it will deter you from drinking. Don't think that you can just have one drink. And that leads me to my next point. Oh my God, if I'd ever failed, it was because of this one point. Thinking that I could just have one drink. How many times have we negotiated with ourselves before we've gone out? right, Ben, I'm gonna go out, but tonight's gonna be different. I'm just gonna have one drink. The problem is with this, alcohol dehydrates us, which makes us thirsty, which makes us have a second drink. And you know what that does? It lowers our inhibitions, which leads to a third drink. Then it's game over. What really ruined it for me was after the third drink, taking cocaine. At this point, it's baby out with the bathwater. It's game over. I like to call this the point of no return. Do not entertain just having one drink. Remember that alcohol is a drug. Drugs are addictive. They want us to take more. Just because alcohol's legal, it doesn't make it any different. In fact, alcohol is the worst drug that you can take. This is what happens when we wake up the next day. We're hungover, but nothing's really changed. It's the first time that we might have drunk for a while. Our business is good. Our relationships are good. We look in the mirror and we still look good. No harm done. So what do you think happens next? We do the same again in 2 weeks' time. Then the week after that, until eventually we're back to rock bottom. Do you see where I'm going with this? Don't let this happen to you. This one's going to be controversial, but don't avoid drinking environments. Yes, I said it. Do not avoid them. This might be counterintuitive, but when I quit alcohol, I still went to places that served alcohol with friends who drank it. Now, you can argue that I did drink after 10 weeks. I was in a bar with friends who drank, but I'd been out many times before this and I hadn't drunk. There's no way that you can avoid alcohol. It's near enough impossible. And if you try, you're just gonna make your life miserable. You just need to change the way you view it. And I have a whole section that goes deep into this in my video course. The link is in description. I promise you that you will come to your own conclusion that drinking environments aren't even fun when you stop drinking. You'll just naturally find better things to do with your life. But please, do not be stupid and put yourself in vulnerable situations. If you go into places that serve alcohol and you have no easy way of getting home in the initial stages, then yes, you might be tempted to drink. I'll give you an example. I used to live in Australia. Boat parties were a regular thing. I pretty much knew if I got on that boat and I was tempted to drink, there was absolutely no way I was going to be able to get off that boat for at least 4 hours, unless I wanted to swim with the sharks. So I just avoided them. Don't think that sobriety will fix your entire life. This point goes under the radar, but it's a huge reason why people go back to drinking after a few months or even as long as a few years. They look at their bank, they look at their business, they look at their love life, and they think, why don't I have everything that I want? Now, alcohol doesn't fix your entire life, nor does it give you what you want. It's who you become in the process to deal with these problems of life. It provides you with a solid foundation to build upon. That is the difference. You still have to do the work. The difference here is, if you kept drinking, you would be moving further away from the life that you want. Now that you stop drinking, you're moving closer to the life that you want. It's been almost 5 years for me, but I still have to remind myself to be patient and not get discouraged. Don't quit for a certain time period. Have you ever wondered why, after dry January or sober October, you always go back to drinking? It's because you spent the whole 30 days resisting not drinking, counting down the days until you can go out again, purposely trying to avoid the pub or places that serve alcohol. It feels like punishment and you just can't wait for it to end. I haven't drunk for nearly 5 years. It never bothers me. Do you know why? Because I've built my identity around being a non-drinker, not someone who's just taking a break from alcohol. There's a huge difference here, and I have a full chapter in my Get Sober video course. I suggest you check it out. I have one more thing that will pretty much secure your sobriety. Every time we drink, it is because we have had a craving first. No craving, no problem. I have a full video how to stop them and you can watch it here. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. And don't forget, comment your longest sober streak and any questions you have. Thanks for watching.